Hello, guys, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. And this is our Premier League predictions, week 26. We're really getting into the season now. And without further ado, let's just dive right into it, shall we? And who's the first game? Manchester City versus Newcastle. And we always listen to Gandhi, never back the early kickoff, especially with Newcastle, because yes, they did lose the final. And commiserations to Newcastle fans. As a Wolves fan, I'm a neutral. It's always nice to see smaller teams win a trophy. So I'm sure most of the teams outside the top six, or well, even most of the teams in the top six, were probably rooting for you. But you've got to wonder how that defeat will affect them, because there was a big build up for this final because it's Newcastle. First final in 24, 25 years. I think it was 99. Let me know in the comments. I haven't won a trophy in 60 something years. It's a long time coming for Newcastle. You wonder if their league form maybe floundered slightly because they had their eye on the final, because they've only won one of their last 5 games, Newcastle, but there were 3 draws in that time. They've still only lost 2 games this season. But you wonder now, with the final out of the way, you wonder if they'll kick on now. Will they be able to start putting a run of wins together? For Man City, they've kind of got over their rut a little bit. 3 wins and 1 draw in their last 5. Can they keep the pressure on Arsenal, who, of course, Arsenal play after Man City? So going into Arsenal's fixture, they could either be 2 points ahead or have the chance to go 8 points ahead. I think I'm going to back City just about. I think it's going to be a close game. I've got a funny feeling a big hitter, maybe a Haaland or a De Bruyne, is going to come up with the goods. And sorry, Newcastle fans, but I'm going to say 2-1 to Man City. Next up is Chelsea versus Leeds. And if you ever want to play Chelsea, it's now, isn't it, really? I saw a stat, I think it was yesterday, and I hope this is true. Hi, guys, do us a favour. If you are enjoying the video, hit that like and subscribe button. It means more to us than you would imagine. Thank you. I think it is. Real Madrid have scored more goals in England this year, 2023, than Chelsea. It's March the 2nd. It's March 2nd, and Real Madrid have scored more goals in English football in 2023 than Chelsea. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. I can't believe that. For Leeds, they've got a victory in their last time out, so you wonder now a little bit of confidence going into this game. Can they do it? I think they can. I think Leeds are going to come away from Stamford Bridge with 3 points. I think this could be the game that potentially puts, Potter's head is well and truly on the chopping block, but this could be the game where the axe comes down. I'm going to back Leeds. Some people will say, yeah, this is an easy call, but it's still Chelsea. But I am going to back Leeds. I'm going to say 2-1 to the visitors, 2-1 Leeds United. Next up is Arsenal taking on Bournemouth. And for Arsenal, 3 wins in a row now. They've kind of got over that hump, that defeat to Everton, early kickoff, Dyche's first game in charge. I think a lot of teams in the league, if not all, may have lost that day. For Bournemouth, a little bit better recently. 5 points from their last 5 games, 2 draws and a win in that time, the win coming against Wolves. They need to start picking up some wins now. They're still in with a shout. They're only 1 point behind Leeds, who do occupy that 17th place. But the goal difference isn't great. -26, the worst in the league. I'm going to back Arsenal. I think they get the job done. I think they win comfortably, but I don't think they'll blow them away 4-5-0. I'm going to say 2-0 to Arsenal, 2-0 to the home side. Next up is Villa taking on Palace. And for Palace, funny season for Palace because they've only won 6 games. There are teams fighting relegation that have won 6 games as well. I think West Ham have won 6, Wolves have won 6. They're not winning many games, but they've had 4 draws in their last 5. They're a hard outfit to beat. For Villa, not great for Villa, but not the worst. 2 wins in their last 5. That great game against Arsenal, 2-2 in the 90th minute, and then you lose it 4-2. But they did take the lead twice in that game. And although before their last victory for Villa, before that they did lose 3 in a row, Villa fans will tell you that the performances weren't dire. They weren't getting pumped every week. They're playing okay. They just got to keep, try and turn these defeats into draws and draws into wins. I think this is going to be a cracking game, and I don't know why. I just think this is going to be a really, really good game. And I'm going to say 3-2 to Aston Villa. I think it's going to be end to end. 3-2 Villa. Hi guys, we quickly want to tell you about Gambles, a revolutionary new crypto casino that is about to change the game. Gambles allows you to play all of your favorite slots and live casino games using crypto. Very soon, Gambles will also be launching its very own sportsbook where you can take advantage of the best odds for your favorite sports and also take advantage of the rake back system that rewards you for the more you play.
So, guys, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to create your account to get your deposit bonus from Sweet and Sour Soccer.
Next up is Brighton versus West Ham, and West Ham with that unbelievable performance against Forest. All types of goals in that game. You had simple crosses into the box with Antonio getting on the end of it. I think that was the fourth goal. But then you had the nice patterns of play leading up to Declan Rice's goal and very, very, very nice finish in the bottom, the top corner. West Ham starting to get their stride a little bit more now. They've only lost one in the last five, 2 wins and 2 draws. That form will see them easily finish maybe 12th, maybe higher in the league if they do end the season on that kind of run, 8 from 15. For Brighton, they're still there, aren't they? They're still there or thereabouts. 35 points for them. They're 4 points off Fulham. This is a tough one because I think West Ham are going to be on a good run at the moment. I think I'm going to go for a draw. I think I'm going to say 1-1, Brighton and West Ham 1-1. Next up is my team, Wolves, at home to Spurs, and of course, defeat midweek to Liverpool. Liverpool did deserve that win. Wolves had a few chances, but for Wolves, they went on a good run a couple of weeks ago towards the end of January, beginning of February. Went on a good run. But we've got to try and get some victories on the board. We just can't score goals. That's what's killing us at the moment. For Spurs, they're fourth, 4 wins out of 5 in a real good run of form at the moment. Spurs are. They've also got a game in. They don't have a game in hand. You've got Newcastle who are behind them in 5th with 2 games in hand, and you've got Liverpool who are starting to pick up some momentum now. They've got a game in hand over Spurs, so they really need to win this one. I don't know about this one. I should be backing Spurs. My head's saying Spurs, my heart's saying maybe a draw. Can Lopetegui get us? I'm gonna be a neutral. I'm gonna try and be a neutral. I'm gonna say a Spurs win because I do think they'll win. I think they will, and I'm gonna say 2-1 to Spurs. God, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say 2-1 Spurs. Next up is Southampton versus Leicester, and my oh my, these teams need a win. Leicester have lost their last 2, but before that, they actually went back-to-back wins with a draw thrown in there as well. So 7 points from the last 5. It's not the worst thing in the world, but people are getting tired of Brendan Rodgers now. There's not many fans in the Leicester community that want Rodgers there. All the deflecting on the board, away from himself, away from the performances, knocked out in the cup as well. For Southampton, 1 win in their last 5. Of course, that's a win, none other, against Chelsea. They're getting cut adrift now. They're 4 points from safety. Their goal difference is one of the worst in the league, -22. So you could say they're 5 points adrift. Southampton need to start picking up wins. They have got a game in hand, don't get me wrong, but listen, you have to win those games. This is a very tough one because if Southampton win, you wouldn't be surprised. You really wouldn't, because Leicester are so up and down this season. I'm going to go draw. I think there'll be goals. I think it'll be a decent game. I'm going to say 2-2 between Southampton and Leicester. 2-2. Next up is Forest. They are at home to Everton, and I cannot wait to watch this game. I'm going to make sure that I'm watching this game. I don't care. I think it's on late for me in the morning, but I am going to watch this game. This will be a cracker because I think if Everton win this game, that really does bring Forest into it. We did our video last week talking about the teams going the relegation battle, and a few Forest fans were in the comments saying, "Oh, you're ridiculous. You've got something against Forest. We're never going to go down." Listen, you're only 4 points ahead of the relegation zone. Let's say Wolves, West Ham win this weekend, and let's say Everton do. You're then in it. You're very much in it. 4 points is not a lot down the bottom of the table. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually quite a lot. But not when you've got 14, 15 games in the season to go. So I think if Everton win this, which I'm going to back them to do so. Sorry, Forest fans, you probably think I've got an agenda against against you. I genuinely don't. I just think Everton are going to bounce back here. They've lost their last 2, but they've won 2 of their last 5. And I think they'll get the job done. And I think it's going to be 2-1 to Everton. Sorry, Forest fans. Last but not least is Liverpool versus no, sorry, it's not last. It's not last but not least, but it is Liverpool versus Man U, and what a game this is going to be! What a game! Man United trying to prove that they're maybe in a title race still because they've actually got a game in hand on Man City and Arsenal. If they win the game in hand, if they win this weekend, they could only be a couple of points behind City, and then you've got to say, well, if City are in a title race, Man U are as well. Liverpool are in some good form at the moment. 3 wins of their last 4. The other one was a draw, starting to get some momentum. And of course, United have just got their first trophy in 5 years. Oh, Liverpool, Man U, they're so 50-50. Of course, neutrals love watching this game. It's a big game, maybe the biggest game in English football, probably. But this could either be a 0-0 or 3-2. You just never know. This is going to be tough. Both teams come into this game on very, very good form. This really is tough. I kind of want to pick a winner just for the sake of it because I think picking a draw is boring. God, I'm gonna upset some fans here. I genuinely don't know. Do you know what, guys? Do I pussy out and say draw? I don't know. This is tough. Liverpool, Man U. Oh God. Do you know what? Because Man U are away, I think I'm just gonna give it to them. Maybe because they're gonna counter attack. They'll let Liverpool have the ball. I'm going to say 2-1. I'm going to say 2-1 United. Let's throw in another Marcus Rashford goal because what a season he's having. Last but not least now is Brentford versus Fulham. Brentford in 9th taking on Fulham in 7th. And, wow, I mean, Fulham 1 defeat in their last 5, 2 wins and 2 draws. For Brentford, no defeat in their last 5, 2 wins and 3 draws. My God, what a season these 2 teams are having. 2 teams that I both predicted to go down. So what do I know? Jesus. God, Fulham Brentford again. There's some good fixtures this weekend. I'm not going to lie. There is some very good fixtures this weekend in the Premier League, and this is one of them. Fulham versus Brentford. There's only 4 points difference. Brentford on the same amount of points as Brighton, 35. I don't know here. I think I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to bottle this one. I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to say 1-1 between Brentford and Fulham. 1-1. Guys, do me a favour. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And do subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.